currency you earn just by being in chat. You also get some for following. You can check your share points with exclamation point SP to vote on the next game we're going to play. And that spreadsheet I just linked to at vote.marstead.com is a link of the next games that are on the schedule at the moment. Yeah. Alright, let's do this. We're doing Brigandine until 5 o'clock Pacific. Super Brothers. Gonna have to remember the whole, like, this is a Japanese port, or this is a Japanese game that was fan translated. The original game, I think, for the PS1 did get released in the US, but the Grand Edition never was. So because it's Japanese, the circle button is confirm and the X button is cancel. So when you play a lot of games on stream like I do and you're switching all the time, it can take a little bit to adjust from game to game, so bear with me. Alright, so we were in the middle of a battle when we signed off. I'll try to explain the mechanics of this game as we go through it from what I remember from last time. One thing that's really neat with this game, it's hex-based, as you can see here. And it's a lot about having to kill the enemy leader, more so than the enemy monsters that they spawn. And it's not super level dependent. So like, if you have a unit that's level 1, they can actually do something that's productive against a unit that's like level 15. There's not this gigantic penalty like we saw in Xenoblade. That's totally a unicorn. That unicorn is in my party. I can and I will. Also, another thing I like about this game is that I can learn about the units pretty trivially, right? I can see that he has 2 attacks. Stun Knuckle does damage and it's 20% stun chance. The other ability, Sonic Beat, is a 25% stun, but I can only use it if I do it before I move on that turn. So the game gives you a benefit for not moving on the same turn that you attack if you can start your turn next to somebody. So we're going to do that. We're going to use this Sonic Beat. Let's try to kill this Griffin. Yeah, right, Christopher. It's a difference between Japan and the West. It makes more sense for circle to be confirm and X to be cancel if you just think about like the design of the buttons. I don't know so much about like the positioning of your thumb, but I think even in your thumb positioning it makes more sense. Just the West has adopted that as a standard now. We're going to try to move this guy in closer. You can do a lot of body blocking in this game with the X grid. What's that about Payday 2? Can't control the unicorn just yet, but I promise I will. I'll just summon an entire army of nothing but unicorns. People. Terror Jaw. Inflicting terror. Nice. Microtransactions? Wouldn't that game particularly benefit from microtransactions that are like cosmetic? Because it's all about cosmetics, right? At the end of the day. A cool little scorpion monster can hit him with a toxic tail. Maybe inflict poison? Alright. Totally inflict poison. And then my leader units, the ones that aren't monsters, I don't think they can die permanently. My monsters can die permanently if I'm not careful with how I use them, so I have to be very careful. Why can't my Hydra not move into that space? Huh. Oh, he can't move into it because he can't reach it. It's very reasonable. Move here. He doesn't have an attack. Oh, did they announce they'd never had microtransactions? Ooh, yeah, that's pretty bad. This game's called Brigandine. It's for the PS1. I had a lot of trouble. I was trying to buy a physical copy of it to play it, people, and it's one of those rare titles. So I am playing it on an emulator right now. I'm playing the Grand Edition. If you wanted to check it out, if this looks like your jam, give me a heads up and I can try to save you some of the grief of getting it set up on an emulator. But it sounds like you're mostly just like unicorn. Right. Let's see. Got my Dargon. Actually, that's a Wyvern, not a Dargon. Alright, what is her magic? She can heal, blessing that recovers HP. Next action will hit and earn 150% XP. Dude, hell yes. Oh, I can cast it on anybody? Oh shit. So I want to cast it on someone who's likely to kill their opponent on their turn, and who's a member of this unit. Can I quickly tell who's in whose unit? Oh, I can. They've got little numbers next to them. So anyone that has a 3 is going to get to act. Yeah, so we can cast it on Bubble the Unicorn. Let's do it. Bubble the Unicorn. I choose you. Oh, really? It doesn't start with that setting turned on? That's kind of unusual. I'll take a look at it. That might be my jam singling. I have it set to show. Maybe I'm just skipping it by accident. Alright. Ooh, what does my pixie do? Magic. Toughen the skin to raise defense. Blurs the mind to prevent casting. Are there enemy casters out here? I don't know if there are. No, doesn't look like it. Now, can I move these guys in any order? Oh, I can. Oh, that's cool. So I can choose which one of them I want to use. Alright, so the unicorn can heal and it can cleanse. Let's try to kill the Cougar Griffin. Marstead. Might be enough. Nah, not quite. Ow. But I got extra XP. That's really what matters. Try using the pixie to kill this thing. Ooh, okay, so they're really defensive units. They're really not intended to be going around killing things, it looks like. I think a shitty laptop could probably handle the PS1 people, yeah. Very doable. This game's not... PS1 isn't super demanding, nor is the Nintendo 64. You might be pushing it if you went to PS2. Probably wouldn't be able to handle it then. Let me kill Pixie. Wyvern. Tail Whip. He's in the Anagram Lovers Kyoto. Right. I don't know if poison can actually kill that enemy. I like that it makes it very easy to tell who's a member of which squad, right? Aw, healing your griffin? Bitch, I wish you would. Whoa. It wasn't... Heal's not screwing around either. Ooh, we don't want Kirkman to die. And he might end up dying. I don't know if there's anything we can do to save him, unfortunately. Try to get someone who can heal him here as soon as possible. Oh, okay. Wyverns are good against flying. I know, I got petrified. Is petrifaction actually death in this game? Or, like, it just means that the unit's out for the rest of the round? I think this means it's going to hit all of the units that currently have a white hex around, what we learned earlier. But not any of our allies. Cool. Such damage. People, like I said, hit me up when you get your tax refund next year. I'd be happy to help you guys, you and Ian, get started building a computer. It helps so much to have like an intuition for how they work. Greater chance to stay behind if its leader gets knocked down. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, I gotta kill the stuff that's next to my leader here. Probably should have moved him rather than do the crazy fire attack, but... Clay Fist. Yeah, that works, Spiky. Lizard Man. What's your deal, Lizard Man? Not particularly helpful, Lizard Man. Maybe punch this guy in the face. Is there a secret, like, hidden, like, Pokemon-style unit advantage here? Like, does flying beat flying, or is it on a unit-by-unit basis, where, like, Wyvern beats other flying? What's this Chicks deal? Venom and Curse. Curse did a shitload of damage, if I remember last time. I kinda wanna kill these things so they don't risk killing my main guy here. You notice that if one of your weaker units manages to do the killing blow, you get a ton of experience. Pretty nice. Okay, what are you doing? Cleansing? Alright, yeah. Keep healing. Does it just remove poison? Okay, that's not so bad. That's probably correct. So he's gonna kill my Elementalist, but it sounds like my Elementalist isn't permadead, he just flees. And then possibly my units associated with the Elementalist run away as well. Can they still move, or do they need their leader to be able to do anything? Okay, we want to be careful who we act with now. We want to make sure we know that Unit 2 just went, so we want to focus on Unit 3 or 1. Let's do 1. Well, this guy's closer to being dead, and I'm more worried about him, honestly. Shielded. Son of a bitch. Ah, but he got stunned. Nice. Only 20% chance for that. They just sit there and get in the way of the enemy? I see. That's cool. Wait, what? Oh, I get to move again. That's like a monk shtick. This game reminds me a lot of Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition with its whole, like, move and attack, and then sometimes, like, a class will have an ability that lets you move again after you've attacked. You can kind of do, like, a hit and run. Monks have really good move distance as well. Don't want to hit my pixie in the face. Looks like it's going to hit her, though, if I stand right here. Try to use my dragon, terror jaw this guy in the face. Cannot counter, that's right. That's what happens when you've been stunned, fool. Yeah, I agree. My private campaign that I run that we'll be bringing back to stream eventually is 4th edition, and I like completely embrace the video gaminess. Lucky for you, I just remembered something important I have to do. Oh, really? Glowy hex radius are their leaders? Is that something that I can only see when I'm in the middle of moving them, Dieter? Yeah, so see, like, my Scorpion there was super low level because he killed a really high level unit, and he killed a knight, one of the enemy leaders. He got a whole bunch of levels, so it seems correct to try to, like, take out the enemy leaders with your weakest units. Take advantage of all that bonus XP. Wait, so is the blue aura, that's what you're talking about, I think? It's a special ice breath. Hey, that'll do. Nice. Cool. Good looking out. Yeah, that's right. You control a squad of 3 humans, and the humans have a bunch of monsters on their side. So you can either try to take out the enemy monsters, or you can go right for the human and try to finish them off. But you got it exactly right. It's kind of the opposite of what you'd usually expect, right? Kind of cool. Try healing somebody. What are the long-term effects of a human character getting killed like that? And, like, see if anyone really needs a heal. Not really. I mean, I guess I could heal her, so she's not dying. Yeah, that's cool. I like that you get XP for doing just about everything. That's good too. Could have her attack again, but I don't think it's gonna do enough. Let me heal my Newly level 7 Scorpion. Unicorn is best monster. Alright. Raise defense, or we can stop somebody from casting. I might actually want to stop this guy from casting. He doesn't heal his buddies. His heal is quite strong. Ah, I see. Gotcha. Yeah, so you guys, I loaded the game right into the middle of a battle. You'll have to see there's a pretty big difference between the strategy round and the tactics round. This is a tactics round that we're doing right now. It's kind of cool. I haven't seen a lot of SRPGs really try to mix them. Keep healing that Griffin, who I tried to silence him. What are you doing, punching my stone wyvern? And now my wyvern is no more. Future refused to change. Alright, so these guys are positioning themselves pretty conveniently for my dragon. My dragon has a special breath thing it can do, provided it doesn't move on the same turn. Nice. Say I better hit the rock. We can kill this thing, probably. No, because they healed it. Damn it, Bobby! Trying to focus down the individual monks, I guess. Is it still worth hunting down all the monsters once you kill the leader to get the XP, or not really? Nice. I can move back to where he was. Get around pretty easily. Yeah, let's make a super scorpion. Cool. Guess I need more training. That's right, you do. Level 8, level 9, level 10, they got all those levels. Because you killed the leader. Alright, so I don't think this guy is able to hit anything without also hitting some allies, right? Yeah. Could have him try to kill the griffin that's standing here, though. Funsies. Oh, you have a chance to kill it. Oh, better to recruit them. Okay, good looking out. Neat. Guarantees a hit, huh? We haven't had all that many problems getting hits off. I should probably just heal the lizard man. Get some XP. Was this game like really popular in Japan? Is that how it got a Grand Edition re-release? Alright, if there's anyone else I want to heal. Take my golem. Heal. Alexa lets you undo your move if you make a mistake. Nice, not every game will do that for you. Level 2 bubble. Oh, right, now can they still counterattack if their leader's dead? They can. Okay, that's good to know. I won't kill it for no reason then. Cast that, get some XP. I feel like this game is pretty innovative for an SRPG. I haven't seen a lot of games pick up ideas like this one. Oh, he just retreats. That's rude. Is it bad when they just retreat? Like, is it preferable to finish them off before they can run? Level 3. We'll just scroll through this. But that's cool that just about everybody gets a level, whether they really participated or not. And we got a griffin. Right. Yeah. We did. So this is another invasion that we scheduled a second ago in the strategy section. Let's do all three. Seems great. Let me go check out what their deal is. Looks like they've got a mage. We do have one too. I fight with all my strength. Alright. Congrats, Cloud Reaver. You're close to 120, which is when you get the mirror shield badge. Got a samurai. Cool. It's our first time seeing a map that has like a bridge and water. Certain units are better in water. Let me look through all my characters here. Alright, let's see. Gilsis. Level 19 Samurai. Man, wouldn't it be great to just get them stuck on this, like, choke point and have a dragon sitting there breathing on them every turn? You gotta do some moving before we can think about stuff like that, though, so... I like that your whole squad shares an initiative and you can order them in any order you like. Kinda nice. We got our Jin. It's cool that they have to be close to their leader, too. Cool. That sounds awesome. Sanguine. Alright, Seraphim Squad. These dudes down. He's a Pyromancer, best kind of Mancer. Even better than an Astrogyromancer. Someone who tells the future using dice. Chronomancer would be pretty sweet. Hey, Eggs Blake. Yeah, I'm doing it as a blind playthrough. This is actually a one of our subscribers suggested it, Sanguine Haze, and I know that DGRark is really excited about it too. He was like, Brigandine, what's this? Yeah, this is my first time playing through it. Okay. But I'm really enjoying it so far. Like, it's a lot of innovations on the SRPG formula, you know? It reminds me a lot of Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition in the way that it's set up, but with that, like, a hex grid instead of a square grid. Oh yeah, it's a new hour, so I can give you guys my spiel. What I'm trying to do, hi, I'm Marstead. This channel I'm trying to play through and beat every awesome single-player game ever made, knowing that I can't beat all of them, because there's too many good ones to play them all. But I'm trying anyway. So Brigandine's one of those games, and particularly today we're playing it as part of the subscriber block I was talking about, where people on Patreon suggest the games I'm playing. But other stuff I'm working through right now include the Zelda series, Metroid, working through Final Fantasy. So if you're just here for Brigandine, I'm sure it will be back. I'm sure Sanguine Haze will nominate this one again. And there's a decent chance I'll throw this one up on the permanent voting list too. I really like this game, and it would be fun to play through and beat it. I would like to keep playing it until we clear it. Favorite game of all time? Yeah, I'm impressed at how would I describe it? It feels balanced, Sanguine, in a way that a lot of SRPGs don't really feel, especially from this era. I guess my only complaint with the game is that it throws everything at you in like the first 10 minutes. It's like, oh my, just go. Like, baptism by fire, strategy phase, go. I would have preferred to have started a battle with maybe only one squad, with only maybe one monster, and like learn the basic movement mechanics and stuff, but I think I've got the handle on it now, thanks to folks in chat helping out. Alright, let's see. But content gating in order to teach new players how to play the game is a relatively recent... it's become a much more common game design feature probably in the last 5 years or so. You have to kind of appreciate a game in the era in which it was released, you know. Can the centaur counterattack? Okay, it can't, even though it has a bow. 183. Okay, let's kill the one that can heal. Yeah. But I don't fault Brigandine with that. Like, I don't think that we had really come to that decision as a gaming community that a good game should gate the content, slowly teach it to you. And there are still some games that do that to a point where it's really frustrating, so it's a difficult art to balance. How did you end up finding this one, Eggs Blake? Did you, like, rent it or something? Or Storm. Alright. Go, Magic Djinn! We're getting there. Probably get to heal himself before we finish him off, though. I'm gonna be careful moving this guy. Although if I get him in range to start attacking now, that's probably good. Maybe I should try focusing down the dragon. He's gonna become a liability really soon here. I don't know if I actually want to attack. I don't think it's worth getting counterattacked. I didn't consider not doing that just now, but it makes sense. So my thought here is I want the Djinn to hit 2 enemies rather than 1, so I'm going to move the ghoul here to attack the centaur, and then I'll move the Djinn down. Yeah, Spiky, there's an example of a game that does it way too brutally. Like, content gating is critical, but it has to be in a way that makes sense and isn't extremely irritating to the player. Oh, that's right, the Djinn's in a different squad entirely. Alright, just the squad is positioned kind of differently. My bad. Now I know, now I know. Let me buff. Oh shit, I couldn't because I moved him. Right, well, I'll buff him next turn. I'm gonna buff the mage next turn. This guy up in the water would be nice. Yeah. What's the speedrun time for Final Fantasy 13? That's a game that I never actually beat. I regret this. I would like to come back and beat it. Actually didn't even play it longer than like 5 hours. It's one that I'll do on stream eventually as part of Play Every Awesome Game. I know it's a polarizing Final Fantasy, but it's still a really good game. It's very pretty. I don't think it's bad. 13's your favorite Final Fantasy? Nice. The only one that might be a little bit more polarizing than 13 is 8. I might not want to position myself somewhere that's so advantageous to the dragon. Well, I should start trying to kill the dragon. It's more important, I think. It's one of the most threatening units on the field right now, I would say. What's this guy's deal? He's got full blade, brute force beatdown, pre-move only. Let's do that to this centaur. Yeah, maybe it wasn't called Final Fantasy, I guess. I don't know. It's tough. It's like Final Fantasy hasn't been itself since Sakaguchi left after Final Fantasy X, so. There's a lot of games that I like a lot that I wish weren't called what they were called. Like, I wish that Chrono Cross wasn't called Chrono Cross and didn't, like, try to shoehorn in some Chrono Trigger related stuff at the very end, because really, like, 95% of that game has nothing to do with Chrono Trigger. And it's fine, it's a cool story. I think it would have existed a little bit better on its own. Lightning Returns, is that the game with the time limit? It sounds cool. Actually, Little D-Piece, one of our other patrons, has a game on the list for sub-block for next week we're going to play called Breath of Fire Dragon Quarter that I think does something similar, where you have a time limit, and then when you reach the time limit, you start the game over in like a New Game Plus, and all your skills carry over, and you try it again. Oh shit, this can be bad with my pyromancer. Good god. You don't want that to happen next time, right? Lesson learned. That was really, really bad. It almost doesn't get worse than that. Dragon Quest is comparably big to Final Fantasy in Japan, not in the West though. Dragon Quest in Japan is such an important game that they only release it on national holidays, otherwise everyone would take off work. And not just like young people, like Dragon Quest is popular among like grandmas and grandpas and stuff. Like they worry that the nation would shut down if they released it on a normal day. Yeah. We're going to be playing Brigandine for another 27 minutes, and we're switching to the last sub-block game of the day, which is Super Brothers, mobile title. We started last week. It's kind of like an adventure game. Ouch. Puzzles. I might open Super Brothers to like full-on help me out in chat. Normally I try to request no backseat gaming, but I got stuck a lot last time we played it. So I will welcome everyone's help. What is her deal? What can she cast? Magic is ward. Resist magic for a while. Okay. Throw spear. Throw baby. 191 damage. Okay, 191 no matter who she hits. I think hit just means hit chance. It doesn't actually seem to reflect how much damage he's going to do. I've seen that stat a couple times, but it doesn't mean super useful. Try to finish this guy off. Lightning returns to the game with a time limit. Gotcha. That's cool. And is it like a New Game Plus kind of a thing where once the time limit runs out, you start back over, but with all your skills from before, or what happens when the time runs out? Samurai dude is really nasty. You gotta be careful. We gotta use our monsters better to defend our main units. Can't let the samurai just walk up to our mage and one-shot him this time. I guess I could move up with Ector. No, moving does me no good, so let's just finish him off and use the power stroke. Gotcha. It's an interesting mechanic. Foul cry, huh? What does this thing do? Let me check it again. Issue a brain-curdling wail. 20% friend and foe. Okay. Well, I can try to just do it so the only person it's hitting is my Jin. But let me let the Jin attack first, maybe, and then I can move him. Yeah, let's just do that. I think you can do that. I'm also a side quest whore, I know that feel, people. I think he's level 6. Oh, I can't do it. Alright, well, lesson learned. If I stun him, I stun him. Let me look at what the range is. It's like... it goes out 1, 2... Burst, close burst 2, you would call it if it was Dungeons and Dragons. Oh, but I can't do it if I move. Okay, well, that makes it an easier decision. So I'm gonna try to kill this dragon. Attack with the rock against the samurai. What does the rock have a chance to get a one-hit kill or something? Spiky. Oh yeah, petrify 20%. That'd be pretty nice if it landed. Let's see. We did use him to kill the dragon though, which is also productive. So I'm not complaining. Samurai is the next biggest threat. It looks like he can kill any of our units in one turn if he chooses to. We gotta try to track down that mage here shortly as well. I might send the rock down there to hit the mage. Can the regular units be hit by Petrify like the leaders, or is it a status effect that can only affect monsters? Another game that's kind of a nightmare to 100% all the side quests in is Final Fantasy X-2. We'll do that on stream. Brings me great sadness, but we'll do it on stream. That's another one that I wish they just didn't call Final Fantasy. If they called it like, you know, J-pop star singing RPG adventure, then I would greatly enjoy it. Can also affect leaders. Cool. Ooh, close call. Ooh, lucky miss. That was exceedingly lucky for us. My Jin's probably gonna die. I'm learning more from this fight though. This is a first fight I've been in where it's kind of lopsided on the enemy's side, and I made a really bad decision at the beginning with my mage, not protecting him. I was getting greedy trying to put him out there to do a big AoE attack, but I guess that's the benefit of mages, is that you have to choose between putting them out where they're at risk of getting one shot and keeping them in a defensive space where they can't really cast their spells effectively. So you need a New Game Plus in order to 100% lightning returns? Interesting. Uh-oh. Genoflame. Ow. Gross. Bye, Felix the Griffin. Lose my Jin over here. Goodbye, Stinky. This is on PS1. It's an SRPG. Alright. If you choose to play it on an emulator, please play Brigandine Grand Edition with the English patch. If you try to play the original, it just won't work with your emulator. Really neat game. I am enjoying it very much. Should get trying to kill the squad leaders, right? How much damage she does. I guess I could have tried to throw a spear at him. Good god, it's hard. Hunter shot versus the samurai. I'm going to try to focus him down as best we can. Special... Oh, we're out of... How do I get... Oh, it's MP? Is there any way to get MP back in this game? Does anyone know? My Jin is kind of useless without it. Sending him to the edge of our influence. Gotta keep him close to the leader. Because of the way I've oriented my party members, he can't get to the samurai now. He could kill the lizard man. Try to anyway. Okay, so once you've used your MP, it's pretty much out, short of leveling up. And my Jin's not going to get a level up, I guess, since he can't damage anybody once he's out of MP. If I were to use Foul Cry, I guess you could send these things like, deep into enemy territory to try to stun as many things as you can. Petrify, petrify. No such thing. I think he can still shoot if he steps back like this. Yeah. Lance gets to go. Angels have this nasty, like... Ooh, gross. I didn't realize they could heal. Oh, super gross. I missed it if you said, people. What did you say the speedrun duration is for Final Fantasy 13? Igazo. Oh, this guy kind of sucks. It's good to know. Oh yeah? Okay. Thanks, Dieter. I don't have the highest hopes of being able to finish this mission, but we'll try. We're not looking so great. What happens if we lose? Like, is like having all 3 of your units wipe out in a confrontation like this, is that really, really, really bad? Like it is in some SRPGs? Stab my merman. I'll have you know, I'm a merman. Oh, I see, Sanguine. Holy crap, 5 hours? No shit. That's with just like skipping all the cutscenes, I guess? Oh, okay, he's attacking the 1. Now, I don't know what that status effect did. I'm gonna have to check here next time I get a turn. Okay. Okay. That's kind of cool, actually. The whole, like, SRPG where, like, you feel like you need to save scum because the penalty for failure is so extremely high. It can be stressful to just play the game and have fun and take risks when you feel like you have to be super cautious all the time, you know? Oh, did he steal my creature? Is that what he did? Like a charm spell? That's messed up. I didn't even try to hear that. Remove only. Yeah. Oh, no, missed. Crap. That's really bad. He's out of MP, so all he can really do is wait over here. Oh, yeah, we're so dead. There's no other way out of this. Our one hope is for that attack to have done a bunch of damage. So all my monsters are gonna go away. Who earns, they say. That's cool. It's good to experience what happens when we fail, though. Be prepared for next time. The biggest mistake I did was sending my mage out right in the middle of the battlefield. Because I ended up losing like all the units that were associated with the mage as soon as that happened. They're gonna capture my monsters too here. Defeat will not change the war's outcome. Yeah. I get it now, though. I've learned an important lesson about the way Brigandine combat works. I got to taste the benefits of a mage in the previous battle where I got to do that AoE attack all the time, but it was just lucky placement. I am Morholt. I lost my homeland and my only brother to Zemeckis. I wish to serve Norgard to destroy Zemeckis and his empire and end this war. If you were a knight, you should join Lance. You dare come to me? And we're like the pissed off Nords, is what our nation is. You can pick a nation when you start this game. He lacks the will of the warrior. Prince lacks drive. He has no desire for conquest. How can you defeat Zemeckis? Yeah, that makes sense, Teeter. I was getting super greedy. I hadn't had one of my own squad members die before, so I didn't appreciate how punishing it really is to lose a squad member. All the rage of a great typhoon, be a man. Best song in that movie. I'll make a man out of you. Morholt joins. Alright, we lost a battle and we got a dude. It is the best song in the movie. It's a pretty good movie. I like Mulan. Tehan. What's up, Elaine? Road Bowl. Indeed. The Child King sticks his nose in every aspect of governmental policy. So I guess that depending on which nation that you choose, you're still hearing a lot of the story from the other nations. It's just who's the protagonist. Huh. Right on, Dehan. Anyone else see that issue? I don't know if anyone else is watching on mobile. Simply that we advisors have a great deal of experience. Such brooding is not good for your father. Mm-hmm. So what all does the character interaction happen based on like their proximity on the map? Does it happen based on who you picked as a protagonist? And like, how many campaigns are we talking about here? Because like, it seems like it will take a really, really long time to finish conquering an entire map. Is it like the whole game is one map? Yeah, right, Leon. I was thinking the same thing when I saw Zemeckis. Old. You see this a lot in Japanese games. It's like this, they usually translate it as just calling someone an old man or old person. I forget the word in Japanese, but it basically means like middle-aged man, and it's kind of a way to insult someone who's older than you. Oh, the whole game is conquering the map. Okay, that makes a lot more sense, because it seems like, man, it feels like it would take me like 30, 40 hours to do this. That's really cool. Yeah, this is Sub-Block Topher. We're playing this for another 10 minutes, and then we're switching over to Super Brothers, the mobile game, which will be doing Super Brothers with full participation from chat. If you have a guess as to what the hell I'm supposed to do, you're welcome to tell me. It seems more interesting to just kind of move through the game at a brisk pace. Enjoy the cool music and the cool scenery. Wow, that's really cool. And then you have the replayability of getting a different experience based on which faction you choose at the beginning. Yeah, it must feel really satisfying since all your monsters and most of your units start at a fairly low level, right? So once you're really kicking ass on the map, you've got superpowered units that have been with you for a long time that are probably leveled up pretty organically, so that, like, you know, rando Scorpion that I summoned because I needed a minion is level 50 and he's a badass Super Scorpion. You kind of feel more attached to your units when they don't just throw them at you, when you are generating them yourself, I guess. You don't need me anymore. Road Bowl is an interesting name. We'll talk to the king and try to see his point. What nation are these two from, Elaine and Road Bowl? That's cool, Sanguine. Yeah, you don't get excited about a monster until they reach their name day. You don't name them until after they've passed the window where they're... That's awesome. Yeah. Good night, Dio. Thanks for hanging out today. Oji, yeah, Oji-san. That's correct. So they'll be like, Oji-san. I'll be like, Oji-san. Fuck you, kid. Okay. So that whole scene was so that Road Bowl could get +2 intelligence. Elaine's cooking is leveled up. Stew +2. Oh, they're both Norgard Knights? Okay, I guess I just haven't used them yet in combat. Right, so the organized phase is essentially the strategy phase. This is where you're making big, sweeping decisions about each of the castles and how you're going to move your units around. I'm going to look at each of the castles we've got here and see what we can learn. Alright, so like this castle, it's just not happening. Like, it has a super high-powered unit in there. It's not worth us walking over there. We're gonna get our asses kicked. And I guess I get it a little bit more, like why there's so many huge units on the field, because you're not expecting to fight them until you build your units up and are strong enough to take them on. 26 Shogun, 10 Druid, 7 Fighter. Nope. The stew thing was just a joke, right? Yeah. Level 18, level 10, level 16. This is one of my better groups. Although I've got Warholt as the druid that I just recruited. So I want to move him somewhere else, see what his deals are. Okay, so he's a slightly different mage, it looks like. What was the skill that took our unit away? I don't think the skill actually does anything. I think it was just a joke. But maybe someone in chat can confirm. Great. Where did we get our ass kicked last time? Was it Damas? I recognize the shitty units. Wasn't this one? Oh, we only ever had 2 here? Really? Huh. Did pretty well given we only had 2 captains in that group. Oh, red-black mage instead of red-blue mage. Move my knights out of my capital? You mean the... back here? Oh, I see. So they get sent back to the capital because they died, is that right? Now, how come some of them still have their units? Is that because when they die they run away and they retreated successfully without being killed? Ah, I see. Sure. Let's look at some of the other areas. And did we say that the act of moving them out of a castle, that is a turn? So I can't like say, hey, let's move this knight from the castle to the front lines and then just use them immediately for an assault. I have to wait until the next round before I can actually use them, right? So that makes sense. It's like you're pushing, right? If you successfully beat somebody, they get knocked back to the starting castle. It's almost like a board game. It's kind of cool. All right, let's see, what do we got? There's only 1 person at this castle, so we could totally send these guys to attack them. I'm gonna give them some more monsters. Yeah, we just got these dudes. Googer, the griffin. Takes a season to move. Okay, right on. Let me save the game real quick while I'm thinking about it. I'm probably not going to get another battle started, but I can start doing some organization. And next time we play this, I'll probably start with some of the organization just to make sure I'm good to go, and then we'll do the next battle. But I'm sure we can take out that map there on the right. Decent chance I'll sub this one in from one of those games if you go to the next game voting list, vote.marstead.com. If you really want to make sure a game gets played and it has 2 votes right now, you might want to vote it up, because tonight I'm gonna sub out some of the games that only have 2 votes for some of the games from Subblock today. Excuse me. Remove memory card. Not. Alright. This is a really neat game though, I'm a big fan. So summoning. What determines how much mana you have available to you from turn to turn? Is it like a static amount? Is it based on your units or something? Actually, I don't think I want to summon units, I just want to organize since I've got some to work with. And also my unit stock here, where did the stock come from? Like, it's associated with this particular castle, is this because these are the units that I captured or something? Or... Ah, so you get more mana the more castles you have. Cool. Is the same thing happening behind the scenes for the enemy? Like, do they have mana? Are they summoning units from turn to turn as well? This is like my healer party. So I need more damage dealers. My monk has a pretty good party here too. Ah, but there's a limit to the number of characters. See how there's this like cost down here? That essentially means how many characters can they have in the party. And each character has a different cost associated with them. So like the really, really good units cost more. It's kind of clever balancing system, so you can't make like one super group. Oh man, class up. Cool. Oh man, I didn't even know about classing up. Ah, I gotta remove the unit though to upgrade him. Okay, I can do this. I got this. No big deal. Whoa, no, we're not deleting anybody. Please. Oh, I love unit promotion, man. It gets me so excited. It's one of my favorite features in games. Yeah, but you might not want to upgrade, even if they're a higher level, because then it makes it cost more. Different castles can summon different things. I noticed that earlier, yeah, that's kind of neat. So for instance, you might have a castle that's like near the water, so it can summon mermen. Probably maybe some pixie? Pixie just barely covers it. What about the... Right, so it's gotta be the pixie, it's the only other option. Oh, God, just short of having enough. So if she levels up more, does she get more rune power? So that she can fit more units in her party? We'll just see if there's anyone else that I can upgrade, and then we're going to be switching over to Super Brothers here in a second. Is class upgrading something that's exclusive to monsters as well, or can leader units do that too? You get more rune power in each level up. Oh, that's so cool! And the stats in this game are great. The first time I was playing this, I was just trying to have to like figure out what the hell was going on, but now it's hooking me. I'm getting it. Leaders can also upgrade. Gotcha. And I know the castles that I have people in. Nope. Nice. I do like the idea that the map that you see at the beginning is what you're trying to conquer, and that's the whole game. I didn't get that sense last time we played this. I thought maybe this was going to be one of several maps. Multiples of 10? Oh, okay, sure. Alright, well, it's 5 o'clock, so I'm going to go ahead and resave and make just some mild changes there, and then we'll get Super Brothers spun up. We're going to be playing Super Brothers until 6 o'clock. Just give you an update on what's coming up tomorrow. Tomorrow, Friday, we're playing Mass Effect 3 from noon until 3 Pacific, and then Valkyria Chronicles from 3 to 6. This Saturday morning, we're doing 2 hours of Silent Hill 2 from 9 to 11. There's a really good chance that tomorrow night I'm going to stay up late after the normal stream hours and play Triforce Heroes, the demo that just came out, just to kind of show it off, since not a lot of people have the 3DS capture card. I'd also expect, if Flarewing and Hapax are still available, where we were going to do launch day Triforce Heroes as well, what would be next week. So I'll be checking in with them. Give me a couple minutes to get Super Brothers turned on and we'll get going here. Double check, I don't think I actually saved. Ooh, is this the, I'll look at the article in a second, Flarewing. Is this how they localize Final Fantasy XII, or is this a localization that's incoming for the Zodiac job system version? That game was really well localized. I think that one and Tactics Were the Lions. I don't know if they actually involved Koji Fox or not, but it seemed to be that level of quality. Right. Closed. 720p PC game.